Okay, bear with me because this is going to be a ranting video. And I'm only doing this because I feel like there might be other folks in the same kind of situation as me and maybe you just need to hear this. So if you guys have been following my page, a lot of you know that, I homestead and I still work full-time at a corporate job and I have a few side businesses, raise animals, all the things, right? And I feel like I sometimes give people the wrong impression that I always have my shit together. It might look like that on the surface, but a lot of times I don't. And it is a struggle at times. And this weekend was a struggle. So I'm just sharing this video because there are a lot of folks out there who I think glamorize homesteading. Because it's marketing and it's, putting stuff on social for engagement and it's a very fulfilling lifestyle, but it's very hard. And a lot of times the people who glamorize homesteading, ranching, farming, which are all different, right? A lot of times those people probably have money, come from money, and money is not an issue. And money does solve a lot of things when it comes to this type of lifestyle. And anyone out there who's really interested in homesteading and living, quote unquote, off the grid or more rural and, living more sustainably, I just want you to have an understanding of really what you're getting into if it's very foreign to you. I grew up raising animals and living on land, but I migrated to the city and I was doing the corporate thing and traveling a lot. And I knew that wasn't sustainable for me in the long run. So I wanted to move back to the sticks and back to this lifestyle. So I'm getting my legs kind of underneath me, and relearning a lot of things. Because there were a lot of tasks and responsibilities that were bestowed to my brothers that my dad just didn't have me do. So I didn't learn. And I don't have any issue with manual labor. I've been doing that my entire life. So that's not so much the issue and, how tired your body can get and just how tiring everything is. But it is the stress and pressure when you are doing it on your own. Even if you have a family unit or a partner and you're kind of splitting that stress, but if you have kids and all that other stuff plus animals, it can start to add up. And I'm saying that because I'm a single person and it adds up. So I just want you to know if you're going through it, and you just can't pretend that right now, this is fun. It's okay. Your feelings are valid because there are days this weekend, I wanted to punch air. Truly. I cried so much. And now I'm well, I got it out of my system, but it's okay to have breakdowns and it is okay to let that shit out. And it's okay to not pretend that everything is hunky-dory when it is a motherfucker sometimes. Because once you feel like you have things under control, and I'm saying that loosely, but you have a better grasp of things, life throws you another curveball, right? So where it's animals get hurt, animals get sick, there's weather damage, there's something that fucking breaks, that, you have to get more hay, prices increase, whatever the case is, there's always something. Equipment breaks down. And I feel like it always happens at once. And maybe I'm just saying this to remind myself that it's going to be okay. And it's okay to admit that sometimes certain storms are hard to weather on your own, and they can be. But I just want people to understand that this lifestyle, again, as I've said, very fulfilling, but it's not always glamorous and it's not smooth sailing all the time. It's just not. And a lot of bigger creators that maybe give that perception, they have great content and all that, but a lot of times they have a good amount of money that they can throw at a problem. And you can fix most problems with money, especially when it comes to the tactical material stuff out here. But your emotional, mental well-being, even though one would think that you're completely good, sometimes it's just not. So I've come to the fact that there's just a lot of things that are out of my control. There are certain things that I can control. A lot of times it's my reaction, which I'm still working on. There's sometimes only so much money that you have available to things, and that's okay too. Unfortunately, living out in a farm, ranch, homestead, you have to make hard decisions, which is tough. But you also have to remind yourself that you can't just think of what's immediately in front of you. It's going to be the long term, like what is the key goal, and sometimes you have to prioritize based on that. And again, I'm just saying this maybe because it's helping me cope, and maybe it will help some of you out there going through the same stuff.